Welcome back to the Unpack Mindset, folks. So somebody had asked me, Jesse, what's it like? What was it like working with level 4 inmates in comparison to level 1 inmates and SNY inmates? Thought that was a fair question. So, well, it's been a while, right? So I don't really know what it's like right now in the level 4 institutions. So, in all fairness, I'll just give you my take when I was there. Um, you got inmates with life terms, right? So you're going to have a whole different dynamic there that the in the level fours, right? They don't really care. They don't really care a lot about a lot of things. Then you have those that do care, right? So yeah, you're going to have some some more crazy interactions when it comes to dealing with inmates like that. um the politics are different in the level 4 institutions, right? You're going to have gang politics. You're going to have more uh, organizational politics amongst the inmates, and so there's always going to be power struggles, right? So you'll be responding to, you know, melees, riots, and hits. So you're gonna have that uh, you know that type of involvement when it comes to incidents in the level fours. Um, as far as the level ones are concerned, yeah, you're gonna have inmates from all different walks of life, right? Most people they think that it's one certain type of person that goes to prison, right? Because they have this thing in their mind, that yeah, I don't know what it is, but you're gonna run into teachers, doctors, pastors, priests, lawyers, and even celebrities. You're gonna have people from different walks of life walking amongst the inmate population. A lot of times you'll find celebrities and people with some type of fame in the sensitive needs yards, SNY yards, protective custody, amongst that population. Um, are you going to have gang politics in minimum custody? Yeah, you're going to have gang politics in minimum custody. Is it going to be at the same level as the level fours? No, I don't. No, I didn't see that. Um, you're still going to have overdoses and you know some riots and stuff in the minimum custody, but um, it's a little more controlled because the inmates in minimum custody got dates, right? And a lot of them don't want to screw up their dates. So they're going to do what they got to do to get out, keep a low profile as much as they can and not really get involved, right? Try to stay out of the politics. Sometimes they end up getting involved regardless. SNY SNY yards, they're different. They're really different. When it comes to working in SNY yard, you're going to have your sexual deviants, your sexual predators, and you're gonna have police officers, from different departments. You're gonna have your teachers. You're gonna have more priests, more pastors. You're gonna have a lot of people that you normally do not come across in level fours and ones, twos, and threes. They're there, folks, but they hide better, right? Um, the SNY yards, most of the time, you're going to have personal issues. Normally, one-on-one fights, disrespect type of issues. But the drugs are still going to be there. You're still going to find contraband. Um, you're going to have a lot of people snitching on each other, telling on each other. But they want to go home too. They got dates too. So They don't want no shit from staff. Yeah, so interaction wise, it's normal, man. Um, they go to work. They have different types of jobs, and a lot of these guys, yeah, they want to go to work and stay away, right? Go to work, stay busy, do their time, get it in there, and get out. Um, I've had positive, I've had more positive interactions with the inmates as far as good rapport and establishing a some type of good program, right? Some consistency. But you're gonna have those times where you have individuals that just they hate themselves, they hate you, they hate what you represent, and you just got to deal with those things accordingly. um yeah, man. So that's pretty much how I dealt with it, and how my experience was with the different levels. I will say in the level fours, um the incidents were insane, right? A lot of murders, a lot of just craziness going on. And that was that was back then. I don't know. I don't want to speak on how it is now, right? um yeah, so if that answers your question, I hope it does. Anyways, if you like my content, feel free to like, subscribe, and share, man. You guys have a good night and enjoy your weekend.